On the morning of September 11, 2001, 19 men, 15 from Saudi Arabia, 2 from the UAE, 1 from Lebanon and 1 from Egypt, hijacked 4 planes from 3 different airports along the U.S. East Coast. Two of the planes struck the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York, a third hit the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the fourth crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. In less than 2.5 hours, 2,996 people were killed, and the world changed forever. The U.S. government blamed the attacks on Al-Qaeda and its leader, Osama bin Laden, accusing him of recruiting and financing the hijackers. This is the official story, but over time, doubts emerged. Members of the so-called Truth Movement believe that the U.S. government not only knew about the attacks, but may have played a role in planning them. One of their main claims is that the government used thermite charges to bring down the towers, arguing that jet fuel burns at temperatures far lower than what is needed to melt steel, while thermite can. They also point to puffs of air seen during the collapse as evidence of controlled explosions. Supporters of the official narrative counter that jet fuel, while not hot enough to melt steel, was sufficient to weaken it, and that the fires, combined with flammable materials inside the buildings, caused structural failure. The puffs of air, they argue, were simply the result of collapsing floors forcing air out of the structure. The collapse of World Trade Center Building 7 hours after the towers fell, fueled even more controversy. Truthers claim it was also brought down by controlled demolition, while the official explanation is that debris damage and hours of uncontrolled fires weakened key columns, leading to a progressive collapse. Others question why the U.S. Air Force failed to intercept the planes. At the time, NORAD did not track civilian aircraft. That was the job of air traffic control. When hijackers switched off the transponders, tracking became difficult. By the time NORAD was alerted and fighter jets scrambled, it was too late. For skeptics, the motive, if the attack was a false flag, was to pass measures like the Patriot Act just 13 days later, expanding government powers and limiting freedoms as well as to gain public support for wars in the Middle East and secure access to oil. Those who accept the official story argue that it is unlikely the U.S. government would kill nearly 3,000 of its own citizens and keep such a massive secret from leaking. To this day, the question remains, was the U.S. government hiding something, or did 19 terrorists simply carry out an attack that changed history? The debate continues, raising questions about trust in governments, institutions, and even historical narratives themselves.